Hey, what's going on, everybody? 80 degrees inside my house. Time to turn on the AC. Now, let's talk about something real quick. Let's talk about something. This is not even, this is not DJ related. This is something about the electricity. So, I got some guy, he came over last night or yesterday to give me an estimate on solar panels. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. It's kind of funny. I kind of busted, he got busted, the dude. And I'm going to show you what happened. So he wanted to see my my electricity bill, the whole yearly, how much I pay. And I came up with this. I didn't want to give him my electricity bill. So I gave him this. And he goes, what is this? I said, well, this is like a scorecard of how much energy you're using. I said, this is based on the neighbors that have the similar stuff. So it has to have the same house. Mine is a 2-story, and mine is 2,300 square feet, and I don't have a pool. So they base this on all the houses similar to mine. Now check this out. My score is 9, so that means I'm pretty efficient. I'm pretty cheap with my electricity. And I told him, I said, can you do a estimate on this right here with the highest one? He goes, no, it has to be based on your house. And I said, well, how come you can't do it on this one? I want to see how much it'll be for the solar panels. And he said, well, it's because he was telling me it's because it depends. Maybe they have 7 kids, maybe they have, you know, this, but this is all based on the similar house of mine, right? So I said, check this out. I told him, I said, the thing is, I'm very cheap with my electricity. I said, I'm very cheap. I don't like to waste electricity. And I said, and plus, now nobody really watches TV. Everybody's always on their phones, you know, like YouTube or whatever. They're on their phones. I said, rarely we watch TV, and that's in the weekends. So here goes mine right here. Here goes mine is the blue, because that's what they said. They said the blue is mine. And you're going to see how efficient mine is. Here goes the blue. Look at where I'm at. I'm so cheap. Now I started climbing up. Now I became 3rd. But you see where I'm at? All these months, you know. So I told him that he finally did the calculations for this one, right? He goes, all right, fine, I'll do it. So he came up with around $400 for the solar panel. And I said, dang, that's pretty a lot. And he was explaining to me, saying, that's what I'm telling you. It depends on you know, your lifestyle. I said, all right, do this one right here. I said, do this one. He did this one. It was about $300. And I was like, damn, that's still a lot. I said, that's still a lot. I said, all right, so now I got an idea of what you're doing. I said, okay, let me give you my real bill. He goes, and then he goes to me, he goes, all right, so you know that I'm not ripping you off or I'm not cheating you. Get your calculator out and let's do this. So he's giving me every month how much I paid. Like July is the highest one that I paid. I paid like almost $260. And I didn't want to tell him any information. I wanted to see what he come up with. So he said, all right, add this right here, $260, and it started dropping down. You paid $190 this month. You paid whatever. And he didn't believe me when I told him I was paying like $40 in electricity. He didn't believe me. He's like, no. I said, yeah. I said, during the winter, I paid like $40. So it started rising like in May. And he wouldn't believe me. So when he did all that, you know, I was adding into my calculator. I was putting everything in my calculator, right? And I'm going to show you what I calculated first. And then he came up to me and goes, all right, we got it. See, he goes, now, he goes, you'll be paying this much. Actually, he said, $108. He said, you'll be paying $108. Isn't that better? And I said, for a dummy, I'd be like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm paying $260 every month. Or not every month. I'm paying $260. Wow, that's amazing. I'd be saving so much on electricity, you know. And I said, and he said, yeah, you'll be paying $180 for 25 years. 25 years. And I said, 25 years. I said, you know, they're not like an 8-year or 10-year. So I'm gonna be paying $100 and something bucks every. He goes, yeah, but every year electricity is gonna go up, and you're set. So I was like, Then I told him about my neighbor. I said, look at my neighbor. He got solar panels, right? You can't see it, but he has solar panels. And the very first thing he said, those ones are old. Those solar panels are old. So you know what that means? That means every 5 years, somebody's gonna come knocking on your door trying to sell you solar panels. If you have solar panels, they're gonna come and say, yeah, your solar panels are already old. This is the latest technology. This is better. They're lighter. It's not so much weight on your roof. They're gonna come up with a bunch of stuff. This is our smart solar panels. It follows the sun. I mean, I could just picture it. They're gonna come up every 5 years, knocking on your door, trying to sell you some solar panels, telling you that your solar panels are old, like my neighbors. He said my neighbors are old. And I'm like, what the? I said, man, what do you mean they're old? He got solar panels. You should be like, yeah, he's saving electricity, you know. But he didn't. He's like, those solar panels are old. So check this out. So he calculated 108, right? He told me to write this down. He goes, yeah, put this down in your calculator so you know that I'm not cheating you. And check out, and he entered all this data, and then he went in there and started. He went to see how much kilowatts, or what is it? Is it kilowatts? Yeah, kilowatts. He went in there and see how much kilowatts I was using each month, and then he entered in his computer. And he was doing all kind of stuff. It took him like about 3 minutes. And then he come up to me and say, yeah, you'll pay 108. Let me show you what I calculated. Let's go to my history. I did the same thing. I entered all that stuff that he told me. I entered it. It was like 13 a month. I divided by 12 and I got 109. And I showed him my calculator. I said, oh, look at what I got. And he was puzzled how I got 109. And he got 108. So basically, I'm not saving anything. He just calculated what I'm doing. He got an average, and he said, this is what I'll be paying on the solar panels. And he did it based on me being cheap. I told him, I said, no, I don't want to do it based on me being cheap. I'm being cheap right here. I said, can you, how about I want to live comfortable and put on the AC now? You know, what happened if I want to have both ACs? Or what happened, you know? I said, he said, all right, well, we could probably put a couple more panels on your roof. It came out to like 140. So I said, from 1.8, it went up to 140. He goes, yeah, but now you'll be living comfortable. I said, but what I'm saying is I'm paying right now average $109 a year. And now you're going to raise it up by more than that. And on top of that, SRP still gonna charge me, because I have SRP. SRP still gonna charge me $30 for maintenance. So now it went up to $170 a month. This is gonna be monthly. Here I'm paying $30-$40, you know. And he said, all right, now it's gonna go. I said, dude. He goes, yeah, but you don't understand that every year. He goes, how much power outage do we have this year? I said, how many power outages? I said, we probably had like 2. He goes, yeah. I said, oh, come on, man. You're not going to be scaring me, trying to get these scare tactics on me. I said, how? Okay, I said, okay, fine. We have power outage. And I told him, I said, when are the power outage? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, yeah, when are the power outage? He goes, I don't know. I said, so you're going to come up saying the power outage, but when are the power outage? And he goes, I don't understand what you're saying. I said, yeah, what time are the power outage? I said, the power outage happens when everybody gets home from work, everybody gets home from school, everybody start doing laundry in the evening, they're cooking, they got the lights on, they got the TV on, they have a lot of stuff going on, and that's a huge surge. I said, that's why we have power outage. I said, that's during the evening. I said, what happens during the evening? We don't have no sun. So these solar panels ain't gonna save me. They're not gonna help me. I said, we have the power outage during the day. Come on now. You know, I said, we have the power outage during the day. Yeah, it's worth it. Like right now, nobody's home. I just turn on the AC, you know? So the guy, he was like, well, think about it, you know, just think about it. I said, you know, it's probably better for me to save money. And I could save it too. I could save it. And I could find out how much the solar panels will cost to install. It'd probably be maybe 30, 40 grand. I'm going to just say 40 grand. That just is they're 40 grand. I'd rather save that 40 grand and have somebody paid and paid all at once than paying 170 or 140 bucks for 25 years for life. And you know, people gonna be knocking on your, excuse me, sir. Yeah, I was looking at your solar panel, man. Those panels, I'm sure they're like 10 years old. We got the latest and greatest, and here we go again. You know what I mean? Now I gotta, you know, I don't know. And then I'll probably be like, well, boy, I'm still paying 140 on this panels. Well, you know, you go with refinance and get that added to your mortgage or whatever. You know, you get rid of that payment and you know, and all over again. It's like now, and he was saying the same thing. Yeah, if you sell your house, whoever buys your house will take over the payments. I said, how are they gonna be taking over the payments under my name? Oh, what happened is that they're gonna include that to the mortgage. I'm like, oh man, you guys are a bunch of ripoffs, you know. And a friend of mine did the same thing. She bought a house with solar panels and she still paid electricity. You know, she's not paying a lot. She's not paying like 260 like I am. I was paying 260. She's probably paying like maybe 80 bucks or something, but still, you know, it's like, man, I'd rather just save the money myself and have them installed and just save cash. I want cash only. Your boy worked with cash, and then from there just pay that sucker off, and boom, you know, I won't have to deal with 10 years, 20, and now I'm saving money. Now I'll be saving, and I could put more panels than I need to, so the SRP will be paying me back, because they're saying that if you have whatever, you know, you're not using the SRP will pay you back. So I don't know. I'm gonna look into that. I'd rather buy them myself than paying the company 25 years. You know what I mean? This is your boy DJ Steady Manos. This is different. This is about solar panels being. Oh, another thing before I go. How am I so cheap? I'm so cheap. Well, I told that dude. I said, you know what? I did all kind of stuff. For example, I have on my windows. I put some screens that keep the UV coming in the house. There's some special screens. I said, another thing what I could probably do is hire somebody to put more insulation in my ceiling and in the walls. I said, I'm going to put more insulation. This way, my house is a little bit more insulated, so the heat won't penetrate through the walls and get my house hot. Right now, if you guys notice, when I turn on the AC, it showed 80 degrees inside the house. 80 degrees, that's livable right there. I don't even have to turn on the AC. I could just have a fan on. And it's 80 degrees, but like I said, I want to kind of live comfortable, you know, turn on the AC and let it cool down a little. And that's what I was telling that dude. I said, I'd rather kind of live comfortable. And that's when he said, oh, okay, well, we could do 140. I was like, man, he has a bunch of ripoffs. This is your boy DJ Steady Manos. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into this insulation, put a little bit more insulation into my walls. I already got all the appliances that are kind of efficient. Your boy DJ Steady Manos equipment is efficient. I got a battery power in this junk. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about this stuff, and I'd rather just save the money myself and have somebody install the solar panels, you know, instead of paying a company. You know, it's like you're transferring the money I was paying SRP over to the solar panels, and they're getting some of the cut. They're getting like 30, you know, 70 bucks or whatever. They're still getting some of that money. I don't know. This is your boy DJ Steady Manos. I'm out. Peace.